everyone, welcome along to another Saturday session. How are we doing? Now, I haven't done this for a long time, and it is tier ranking conspiracy theories. And since I've done this before, which was probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, there has been a lot more conspiracies that have come sort of out of the woodwork. So I thought I will rank conspiracy theories on level of concern. Now, this list was put together by UR Mopt. He's a really cool guy. He interviewed me once on Flat Earth. Check out his YouTube channel. But I'm going to do the same. I'm going to rank all these conspiracy theories down here into their level of concern. So how dangerous are they? And we will start down here on the left with 5G causes cancer. Now, it's not harmless hokum. Makes family get-togethers awkward. Idiocracy seems possible. Yeah, I think it's because I mean, obviously, this is not the case. It is. There's no evidence to suggest it does. So I think this is a family get-together awkward scenario. If someone started talking about this at the dinner table, it would get pretty awkward pretty quickly, I think. Now, the anti-vax movement is there's no two ways about it. It's life or death, this one, because if you get through to people and they don't take vaccinations for whatever reason, and then they succumb to an illness that could have been prevented with a vaccination, then that literally is a life or death situation. So no concerns for me there other than putting it there. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Right, next one. Bigfoot. Now, Bigfoot is it harmless hokum, or does family get-togethers get awkward a bit? No, I do think actually that this is harmless hokum, because I don't mind these tales like Nessie and Bigfoot, but they are tales, they are stories, they aren't real. So, and I know there are people out there who do think that Bigfoot is real and that it has been seen, but it still wouldn't make family get-togethers awkward. It would still be sort of just laughing it off and having a laugh sort of thing. And I think it is harmless hokum, Bigfoot. Okay, chemtrails. Now, chemtrails is... I mean, it would be awkward at family gatherings, chemtrails. But I think it's one step further. I think it's idiocracy seems possible, because it's linked to a lot of other things, chemtrails. And the difficult thing is, it's probably one of the hardest conspiracy theories to prove wrong, because there's so much stuff out there that's similar to that, like geoengineering and cloud seeding and things like that. But as far as I am aware, the conspiracy theory is that they are spraying the skies to dumb us down, to kill us, whatever, which is obviously not the aim of cloud seeding or geoengineering. And also the chemicals used in cloud seeding and geoengineering are not visible, so it wouldn't produce those sorts of lines in the sky. They are, of course, just contrails, different heights, different temperatures, different humidities in the atmosphere at the time that the plane goes past. That's all it is. But I think it is that just slightly higher level of awkwardness at dinner time. COVID-19 is a Chinese bioweapon. Now, I think I can put that in the same sort of category as chemtrails. Oh, it's a conspiracy. It won't let me put it in there. Idiocracy seems possible. But it is, I do think it's bordering on society fracturing, just because of the effect it had at the time. But now, talking about it now, I think it is idiocracy seems possible, but at the time it definitely would have been in that bracket there. Faith healing practices. Now, I don't want to say it's harmless hokum, but you could, if you put your faith in faith healing practices in terms of getting better with an ailment, then what if that doesn't work? And you could have got better by traditional means. You know, it's not life and death. It's not, well, it could be. That's the thing. But I think this again, has to. No, I'm going to put it in family get-togethers become awkward with this sort of thing. Because normally, fingers crossed, people wouldn't go to a faith healer for something that's probably life-threatening. So I'll put it in that bracket there. And here we go. Here we go. It's the big one. It's flat Earth. Now, this one, you might be surprised what I'm going to put this one in it. I'm going to put it in society fracturing. My main reasoning for that is, having spoken to many ex-flat earthers, it's ruined their lives. It's ruined their lives. It's ruined their relationships. It's ruined their jobs, their careers. I think it's definitely in that bracket of society fracturing. And, you know, you could argue it being an idiocracy seems possible. And it definitely makes family get-togethers awkward. But it's definitely not harmless. But I think it is, just because of speaking to people. That's the impact it can have on you. Psychic readings. Now, they are, in my mind, worse than harmless hokum. They're definitely in the get-togethers, family get-togethers become awkward. I don't have... It's a tough one for me because different people deal with grief in different ways. And if they want to pay money for someone to pretend that they're talking to their dead loved ones, then that's up to them. And if it helps them, great. But the other half of my mind thinks that these psychic readings are exploiting grieving people for financial gain. It's a difficult one to sort of get in a box. I do have a video idea for psychic readings, actually, which hopefully will be pretty good in terms of, you know, getting actual evidence if it works. But for the moment, we'll put it in make family get-togethers awkward. Political run illegal child sex rings. I mean, this one, I mean, it's just so nonsensical. Yeah. This one I think is going to go in idiocracy seems possible. But it could also go into this. I'm in between these two, but I'm going to stick it there. QAnon. Now, this one, I think, is definitely in society fracturing. You only had to see what happened in the States a couple of years ago to a few years ago to see the impact that can have. I know it's more prevalent over there in America than it is here, but still, I think the impact of these people, it could definitely be society fracturing, 100%. The CIA assassinated JFK. Now, this one, I think, is harmless hokum, primarily because it's already happened. It was a long, long time ago. There's no evidence for or against, and it's just an interesting conversation to have. I don't think we can put, even a family get-together, you can have that conversation. If someone believes it, it's, you know, it's not making it awkward. It's just an interesting conversation. It's just so long ago. So I'm happy to put that one in harmless hokum. Right. The Illuminati control the world. Now, you would think that this is harmless hokum, but I think it's sort of in that region of getting towards making family get-togethers awkward. And I'm going to put it in there because people who believe that, like, it's not like CIA assassinated JFK. Someone will say, oh, yeah, JFK was killed by the CIA. And it's sort of like a throwaway thing. And it's, you know, they have a laugh about it in a conversation. The Illuminati controlled the world. The people that think this genuinely think it, and they're quite serious with it. So that's why I think it's in the family get-togethers become awkward with this one. Right. The moon landing was faked. The moon landing was faked. Where am I going to put this one? Now, it goes hand in hand with Flat Earth very well because, of course, Flat Earthers don't believe the moon landings happened. But there are a lot of people who don't believe the moon landing happened that aren't Flat Earthers, of course. Okay, I'm going to put it in idiocracy seems possible, I think. It's definitely not society fracturing. It does make family get-togethers awkward, but there's a lot of people who believe that, so that's why I'm placing it in this column. And finally, UFOs and aliens are real. Now, this one's a tough one because aliens could be real. there's no evidence to suggest that they're not. The universe is so big that aliens could be out there. However, if we're talking this one about UFOs and aliens being on Earth or in the vicinity of Earth, then we're talking something different. The question is, what do I think of it? I'm going to put it in... Again, it's one of those conversations you can have at family dinner that you can have a laugh about and enjoy the conversation. But then there's people like talking to Leeds Conan, the guy who says he was abducted by aliens, who genuinely believes it. And it would be awkward if you had a conversation like that. I'm going to put it there just because there are people who genuinely think this has happened, and these things happen, and they are sort of very adamant on it, and it can make conversations quite awkward. So there we go. That is the most common one. Makes family get-togethers awkward. Then idiocracy seems possible, then society fraction, then life and death, then harmless hokum, and then life and death. Interesting, I only put 2 in harmless hokum. Well, there we go. There we go. Listen, I'll leave the link for this in the description. And if you want to have a go yourself and let me know what you think on those ones, then please do. Comment below if you think I've made a wrong decision there. Happy to have conversations with you on that. But for me, those are where I put them in terms of my level of concern. But for now, we're all done and dusted for another Saturday session. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.